Who's ready for What the Craft Wednesday? It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I can't wait for today. This is gonna be fun. We get to do something that I haven't done before. And I love new stuff. Right? New stuff is good. So, we're going to do something brand new today. Yes, Skelly. It's going to be good. Can't wait. I got my Mean Girl shirt on. I'm ready to go. You ready for this? Yeah, so we're going to paint a commission for the Real MP26. Yeah, I know you are. You're all right. I do the same thing. I can't hold it against you, can I? So we're going to paint a big old canvas today. We're going to start painting a storm. We may not get it done because it's going to take several layers. And the paint's got to dry in between, but we're definitely going to start this thing today. So, yeah, thank you. You know what? I thought about when I stream for Creative Vets on Thursdays, I always put up their website, and I don't know why it never occurred to me to do the same thing for myself, but somebody pointed it out, and I was like, oh yeah, that's that, you know, suck at self-promotion thing that I'm trying to get better at. It's really easy to say how everybody else is great. It's more difficult to do that personally. I don't know how to explain that. So I'm going to head over here to the workspace, and we're going to get started on MP's painting. I don't know how long it's going to take, but as soon as we are done, and it has to dry, then what's up, V-Dog? Hey. After that, we might try and sneak in a little bit of ESO, because I'm super excited about that. Oh look, MP's hosting us. What's up, MP? It's all about MP today. Yeah, so let's scooch over here and we'll get started. All right, so check this out. Here's something I haven't figured out about the Canon EOS and white balance. It instantly goes dark as soon as I put a huge white canvas in front of it. See how dark that gets? That's making me crazy. And if anybody's got any tips, I'll take them. Because I can't take it, how dark this gets. Like, it's awful. I can zoom in a little bit, move my hands around, try and make it better. As you can see, I've been sketching on this canvas a little bit. So, let's see if you can see any of my little, can you see those really faint little pencil marks? That's lightning. And then over here on this side, you can see real faint. There's going to be a big old tree. And then down here with all of those details, I wrote words. All the way across the bottom there will be words. But there's no sense me drawing those out, so I did not sketch out the words. I am not a sketch artist. You missed the start? You want to see the sketch outlaw? I just showed him. There's a little lightning strike across here. A line here for the tree. And then down here at the bottom, we have words. What's up, Phyllis? Everybody's joining me today. That's nice. I love that. So, oh, let's turn off our sound. Brownie's hosting. What's up, Brownie? Who's wearing their Mean Girl shirt? On Wednesdays we wear pink. What's up? I haven't been approved for that yet, but I did apply today. I did. I'll tell you right now, Mr. V-Dog was on it. He was in my Discord today. And we told everybody. I don't know how many people responded within 2 minutes, but that's the fastest my Discord's moved in a minute. It was like, boom. Everybody was like, yes. So it was cool to see everybody excited. Yeah, he threw that up there today. I was grateful. Of course, Crazy deserves a shout out. You gonna give him another one? Crazy deserves 2 shout outs. V-Dog deserves a shout out. Everybody deserves a shout out. Get in there. Oh, Beta is already here. I don't want him stepping on this canvas. You've already got me suspicious, Crazy. You guys can't see what he's doing right now. You see what he's doing? He just stuck his face in my paint water because he'll put his face in there and then he'll knock this glass over and then drink the water off the desk. I mean, I know you all think he's like super fluffy and cute, but that's what kind of dick he really is. So get to know the real Beta, okay? Yes, Crazy's the one that commissioned that. That's what he's talking about, Outlaw. It's in my Discord if y'all want to see it. So I guess Beta's just going to lay here in my way. Can you scoot over just a little bit, Beta? Because I would like to get started. And this is a big canvas, so we have to share space, okay? Like just a little. Can you scoot over just a little? No, don't step on it. Don't step on it. Don't step on it. Beta. I swear. Maybe he'll just lay there and, you know, put his tail on the canvas. Dan does a great job. He does a really, really good job. I think we're going to start with this wedge. See that? There's already your hair on this canvas. Oh my gosh. All right, so the right. Impy's dog. It's going to be like, why does this smell like Beta? No, don't get on the canvas. So, you guys, look, do you see this? He just kicked his foot out there like he's just, you know, he's just comfy. He's going to go to sleep like that. Are you serious? Right? Oh, you can see it right now. So if I touch him with this paintbrush, he's going to want to play. So see his paw, how much fur is sticking out at the bottom here? Look how long this fur is. he has like inch-long fur between his toes. That's why his little signature is just a smoosh. Because all of his oh, you guys. Why are you like this? I'm gonna move myself, my little, I'm gonna move myself up here so you guys can see what I can see. We're gonna move up here. And if I take this canvas off here, my camera will light up and you'll be able to see what I can see. Because apparently Beta wants to play. Are you guys okay with Beta playing for a minute so I can get this out of his system before I start putting wet paint on this canvas? Because if I don't do this with him, he's just going to walk all over it, and then I'd really rather he not ruin it. Because, you know, that's what he does. Because he's evil. You want to like play with one of your toys? So Beta sold his first painting, right? And we got him a whole bunch of toys. So he got special treats, which he could give a shit about, which is amazing because he's a fat ass, but he really doesn't care. And then we got him these toys. And this one in particular, I can hook on my finger and shoot across the room, and he will chase after it. So let's hope. You're just gonna look there? Just lay there and look me in the eye after doing that? I can't even. He does know. Right? He knows. I think he knows where the damn cameras are. I think Skelly made him 5 minutes of famous, and, you know, you have to key up how big a dick he is. He's got 30-some toys in this little thing right here. Right here. These are Beta's toys. Beta's got a little mouse that you put little treats on. Beta's got all these little cat toys. You want to play with your mouse? Look, nothing. You want to play with my paintbrush? 100%. 100%. Yes, whatever I'm doing is what this cat wants to play with. How is this more entertaining? I poke you in your fat belly. I poke you in your fat belly. Poke you. I hope so, guys. I hope this is good for you, because it's not good for me. This painting's going to take us a while, and I really wanted to get started. But hey, you know what you can also see? Giganto armpit hairs. Proof that Beta has 4-inch long armpits right there. He's got inch-long toe hair and 4-inch long armpit hair. Look at it. It's so much longer than the rest of his fur. He's such a weird cat. You're so weird. You're going to stick that down your throat and it's going to hurt, you weirdo. I don't really want to give you this brush to just go play with. Would you go play with it by yourself? If I like set it over here, would you go play with it down here? Would you come play down here off my desk? You want it here? You want one of these? These are loud. You want one of these? Go get it. Go get it, Beta. Go get it. Go get your ball. God. Come on, Beta. Come on. Come over here and play with your stuff so I can start painting. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my God, Beta, are you serious? I have stuff to do. Here, look. Look, I'll fling it. Are you ready? You want to play with this? Come on. Are you ready? Oh, failed. Sorry, Beta. Okay, don't get distracted. Come here, look. Look, you love this. There, go get it. Go get it. Hey, maybe. I can't even. Okay. You know, if I just push him off the desk, he'll just jump right back. Like, it's not like... Yeah, Beta's in full effect today, and I don't have time for this. November Halls is hosting. Hey. November Falls, I hope you're ready for some quality cat content. We're supposed to be painting, but my cat has taken over my stream. So, you know, here we are. I know, right? Here's the thing, like, as soon as I tell him to do something, he's just like, nah, I'm going to do what I want. I don't care. He wants to play with this. He likes playing with this. And he'll chase it normally if I fling it across the room, but apparently today he's into being here with you all. MP said he was going to be late anyway, so I guess he's waiting for MP to get here before I can paint. Okay, come on, come on, come on, let's go get it. Go get it. Beta, go get it. Go get it. All right, we're going to hope for the best. Yes, we're supposed to be doing MP's painting. But unfortunately, I got hijacked by the cat very early on. Goodness. We're going to paint a storm, y'all. So you should be able to just barely see some lightning strikes that come around here. The outline of a tree. Beta cat fur. Lord love a duck. And then we're going to put some words along the bottom here. But right now what we're going to do is mostly some background work. So I want this painting to be fairly dark, and it'll be almost black at the bottom, almost black at the top. But what I'm going to do is bring in some lighter colors that's going to kind of outline where this lightning's going to go. So that, I'm glad you think so, MP, because we don't have any choices anymore. So that it looks like this lightning is actually lightening up the sky, right? So that's where we're going to start. Chances are, because the paint's going to have to dry, we're not going to get this commission finished today. But we're going to get some of it done. Bob Ross does not do. Angry. Bob Ross didn't have this cat, did he? Bob Ross is just on his own. I mean, maybe if I had an afro, a curly hair, and no cat, I would be happier too. Little happy lightning strike. Thanks, MP. MP, did you get to see where this lightning's going to go? Can you see that? See that lightning across the middle there? One strike that splits into two. And then the real rough basic outline of where that tree is going to go on the side. And then down here will be words. MP, don't be watching this when you're driving. You have to be careful. Yes. The words will be bigger. All right, Crazy. Thanks for popping by, man. I appreciate you. It's good to see you, even for a little bit. What's up, Kiki? Wow. Wow. Throwing shots. Just got here. Already throwing shots out. Guys, do you know what Twitch doesn't have that Mixer does have? Me. Me, bitches. Twitch don't have me. Not that that's going to keep anybody here, but it is a thing. That's true. That's true. On Thursdays, I'm everywhere, aren't I? I'm on all 4 platforms on Thursdays. I don't care about all y'all's platform wars. I really don't. Well, I haven't completely lost it yet. I haven't, you know, screamed holy shitballs and thrown my head back yet. So we'll see. We'll see how the day goes, Skelly. Exactly, Geeky. I was never sold on a platform. I was sold on people to begin with. Right? That's why I came. MP is one of the guys that is the reason I'm here to begin with. Beta, don't. No. Can you hear him meow? He's back here yelling at me. I like chili cheese fry. It's true. He is part of the screen full of idiots that decided I should be on Mixer and kept telling Outlaw that he needed to get me on Mixer. True story. Hey, Lady Brittany. Okay. Oh, we have to have story time today, too. Y'all can't let me forget. If Obi comes in here, I promised him a story. Yeah, we're going to start real dark, and then I'm going to slowly lighten this up. I want a nice dark base. And you'll notice I'm not real concerned about how much I'm covering this canvas because we're going to do layer on layer on layer in this storm. So right now it's going to look pretty rough to y'all. But we're just getting this base down. Hi, Matthew. You missed Beta. Beta was up here being a jerk before I even started. MP had a question. Do they know what the words are yet? No, MP, they do not. This is a 24 by 36 stretched canvas. So it's pretty good sized. It's also got an extra brace in the back, MP. So it's not going to sag, and it's been stretched. I put stretchers in it to keep the canvas tight. So when you go to hang it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get this center. Because that third brace there is dead center. So you can't hang my artwork crooked on your wall. Probably. Yes, I think you said that they were about the same size. Durham blue. Okay. So I ordered some canvases. Not this one, but some other canvases. And I ordered them out of an art supply company in Kentucky. The brushes came from there. The canvases did too, didn't they? Yes, do MP. So I'm standing outside with Outlaw, and I said, oh look, this came from Durham Blue from Kentucky. I might have mentioned you, MP, in this little litany, by the way. This is my brother Dur, and this is my brother Blue. And we sell art supplies in Kentucky. Yeah. you know, MP, you're never far from my thoughts. I just want you to know. You hold such a place in my heart that when I get art supplies, I think of you. Oh. Oh. Yes. It was funny. It made us laugh. So we appreciate you. I was talking like some of our friends talk. That's why. Yes, and I told Outlaw because he was like, "You should be doing that on stream," and I told Outlaw I wasn't going to do it unless you were in the room, Mister. MP's not going to take offense. What's he going to take offense at? MP knows he's loved. Hey, thanks for the sparks. Dab. Matthew appreciate that. He can dab better than anybody I know. He's on it. Yep. He'll appreciate that. This painting is so big. Goodness. I need to get me a Bob Ross easel and make this easier. Kentucky paint. This is just a water-based acrylic. So real basic. Fairly inexpensive. I like the acrylics for a couple of reasons. One, there's really no better way to do a pour than with an acrylic. Two, I like the versatility of colors that they come in and how easy they are to layer. But as far as painting and streaming, I like that literally any one of you right now can go to a store, pick up some acrylics, and do what I do. So I thought when I started this that I would like to use things that anybody can use, that anybody can do, right? Because any of you are capable of doing exactly what I do. And you can use the same materials, use your eye the way you want to use your eye. Your art may come out different than mine, but any of you are capable of doing this. That's right. Anybody can play in huge gobs of paint and mush their whole communities together. So MP, while we're doing this background, you have choices, okay? Where I'm putting this lightning is pretty much set, right? A lot of what I see on Pinterest and what my outcome is are way different. You think so? I don't know, Geeky. You can do some pretty good stuff. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What snort command? I need a counter for snort. Define capable. Come on, y'all. You can do this. You can paint with me. So, as I was saying, MP, you've got some choices on these words here. My thought on the words was that our lightning is coming across here, right? Our tree is going to go across here. And I would run these words all the way along the bottom. If you would like them stacked like this right here, or if you would like them to run up the tree stacked, we can do that too. My thought for balance was putting the words along the bottom underneath this lightning aesthetically would look the best. But I can move stuff around if you would prefer it moved around some way. I mean, we'll get to a point in this process where we can't do that anymore. But right now we can still make a couple of different choices. So do you think that you want the verbiage on this painting to go another way? Or are you good with it along the bottom? You like it along the bottom? Maybe. You probably have this brand by you, by the way. I use this one. More often than not, I use this brand right here. Yeah. That's all I'm using. Nothing special at all. Now, for this background, I have not added any water to my paint. I have not lightened this up at all. I want it to go on thick. I want it to be kind of chunky because I know I'm going to do several layers, right? So when we go to mix some colors and when we go to put on like that third or fourth layer on this background to get that storm cloud effect, that's when you'll see me start watering down this paint a little bit. That ain't no shit, MP. Anybody can buy this paint at a Walmart. If there were numbers. You're so funny. You guys have literally just watched me just throw down black paint on a background. Like this is, and you're acting like you couldn't make this look exactly the same to this point right here. Come on now. Bob Ross believed in you. I believe in you. Right? I love Amazon. That's where I got my last paints from. That's how I met Durham Blue, was because of Amazon. I did not know that I ordered stuff from Durham Blue. You'd have the table painted. You're so funny. All right. So, not real worried about these edges, not real worried about these brush strokes in here, right? Because here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of water. And I'm going to thin out this paint. And I'm going to turn down this fan above me, because it's going to dry this canvas real quick. Now on these parts that I want to stay black, that I know are going to stay black, we're going to go over here real quick and just stroke through and make sure that's the kind of black that I want. Oh no, I pay money for my paintbrushes. I will invest more money in a paintbrush than I ever invest in paint. Definitely. Big fan of these boys right here. I can show you the link in my Discord. Well, there's people who spend a lot of money on really, really good quality paints, and I don't blame them. It's amazing to work with really good quality paints. But no, I've invested a lot more in brushes than I have paint in this particular case. So this part over here is going to be the tree. I'm not worried about that because we're going to cover most of that up. However, I do want this nice, smooth black. And as I'm painting this, I'm taking into consideration where this tree is going to form some shadow, right? So I'm going to smooth this out a little bit where the edge of that tree is going to be. You don't wash them out, right? So with acrylic paints, they're water-based, right? So they wash out really nice. In the event that I have a brush that has set too long, has dried because I'm chatting on stream or whatever, and that acrylic has set up, I will leave it to set in water for a while. Get better FPS without shadows. We're just going to paint a happy little Viet Cong right here. So if it has, you know, the paint has hardened and it's more difficult to get off the brush, then here's what I use. Goof Off, Goo Gone. You ever heard of that? I'll put a little bit in the bottom of a cup right? Swish my paintbrush around. Go like this against the bristles. And then I'll rinse it out really, really good. And it's a brand new brush. This is mostly orange oil from orange peels. So it'll strip everything out of that brush. Outlaw gave me this. It's actually a soap brush cleaner, right? And he used this a lot and he really likes it. Works good with latex base paints. Lady Brittany, what link did you need? Hey, Jake. How are you doing? I'm sure you guys can't really see how these shadows are going to start to form around this tree because it's so black on black right now. But what you can see is that I don't have these brush strokes. See these brush strokes along here? All of these brush strokes over here? All of that's gone where we put on this second lighter coat. Right? I'm not real worried about this edge here, this white here, because I'll be painting all the edges of the canvas black by the time we're done. So I'm not worried about those details when we're starting out. Right now we're just doing rough stuff, right? You're playing some Kai. That's fun. So, we're going to start to incorporate some color, right? So here's the colors that we're using. This is black. This is called Pavement. It's a shade lighter black. This is a Storm Cloud Gray. I mean, that's a given, right? This is a Periwinkle Blue. This is True Blue. So this is like regular bright blue. Just a white. And then a purple. So I'm going to pull all these colors in here, but by the end of this, none of these colors will be true to what's actually in the bottle, right? Because we're going to mix them in. So a tip for mixing paint that has saved me is that you can mix paint to go darker. It's very difficult to make it go lighter. Okay, so paint is really, really pigmented. Making this go darker, I just have to add a little bit of black and it'll be darker. If I attempted to add a little bit of this to white, right, then I'm going to get a really, really pale gray. But it's not going to do what I want it to do. Adding a little bit of white to this would take forever. So we're going to add a little bit of black to this. And I'm going to be real, real rough in how I mix this in. Okay? And I want you to see it. You see how there's like black threads in that gray? That's what we're looking for. I do not want this mixed a whole bunch. I want it to be streaky. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my paint. Continue to pull that black in there. And then I'm going to paint over that black, that smooth black that I just painted. I'm going to come in here with a tiny bit lighter shade. And like I said, this painting is going to be all about layers. So you're barely going to be able to see the color difference, and that's what I want. I don't want this to be a huge contrast. I want to slowly lighten this up as it comes down the canvas to the lighting. You want glitter paint? I definitely have some glitter paint. I have extreme glitter paint. As a matter of fact, kind of sucks, but I do own it in 2 colors. So my brush right now has some of this gray, some white, some pavement color, some black on it, right? And I'm patting it here in this little bit of water that I have. You see how we're starting to get these lines of color? We're going to go back in and bleed that out later. I do not want these lines that defined, so I'm going to pick up that other color, right, this darker bit that I have, and we're going to brush those down. We don't want any line definition here. We want this to be a nice, smooth transition, where you've got some light, you've got some dark, but it's obviously lightening up as we come down the canvas, right? Matthew says glitter. I can't put glitter in this one, buddy. It's going to be lightning. So I have not mixed up a whole bunch of paint ahead of time, right? I am not trying to color match on this canvas. I don't need to mix up a gallon of paint or, you know, a couple of ounces of paint to get these colors that I want. I just need enough for my brush to get loaded, for me to make these few little sweeps that are going across here, right? So that we're getting lighter and lighter as we head towards where this lightning strikes at. So it is an option to mix your paint, not paint the whole canvas black. Just start out with these little stripey guys, right? It is my personal preference with acrylic paints because I feel you get more depth of color the more you layer. So I'm going to pick up some of this little darker color, mix that into what I just had. We're going to go back up here and break up this line. This whole part over here is going to be covered up by a tree. That doesn't really matter, because of the way those branches are going to go, you're going to see part of this sky behind it. And I want to make sure that it looks uniform to the rest of the painting all the way across here. That sky makes sense no matter what it's crossing, right? Starting to look like a storm? What do you guys think? You starting to see those storm clouds? Yeah? You liking it, MP? So, as we come around this lightning has a corona, right? Mac and cheese and fighting a food coma. Go take a nap. You love naps. You're all right. You can watch my VOD. I'll just keep talking to you. You can watch the VOD. It'll be all right. Yes, it is. It's Tarkov's. It's not Tarkov Tuesday. It's Wednesday, but you know, it's all right. So lightning has a corona, meaning there'll be a bright white strike here, but it'll be lighter around that strike, right? So that's part of what we're looking to achieve here. So I did not take this lightest color that I brought out here to the bottom. I want that light to be down here. This lettering is going to be white. So we're going to keep it lightest on the bottom and darker on the top of this corona, okay? So we want to keep with the idea that this is a dark sky. So I'm going to bring this lighter shade in here. We're going to blend this out to the bottom. And like I said, I'm not going to be real picky about how well these match, right? I don't really need these to match. I need them to organically lighten as the storm comes closer and closer to this lightning strike. I don't know what Outlaw's doing. Is he playing Tarkov already? Now we're going to come back, we're going to pull this darker color in, right? So we're getting that streaky look on my brush. And then I'm just barely touching along this line, pulling some darks in, pulling some lights up, and we're fading this out, right? We do not want hard definition here. We want some streaks. We want some cloudiness, but we do not want hard line definition. I need this lighter. So this brush is a wedge, by the way. Looks like this. The brush I'm using has a wedge line so that I can get in there and get those details. Or I can run this brush sideways and make some nice soft strokes that way. You have to bring in some black. I'll tell you what, it feels like it's 100 degrees outside here and the wind is blowing like there's going to be a tornado. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Great day to point a storm. There we go. So you're starting to see how that lightning's going to light this up? I'm telling the MP that they got to be going 50 miles an hour. I can hear the trees hitting my roof outside this window. That's not light enough. See, this is what I was talking about. You add light to dark, it takes forever to lighten it up. I'm going the opposite way. So I'm using the side of this brush because we're going to get these strokes here pretty thin. They're still going to be thicker on the bottom here because I want more light on the bottom than I want on the top. And again, I'm going to pull in some of that dark. I'm going to break up that line. 3 families of geese at Black Barn stop in the backyard to eat. There's like 3 dozen baby geese. Aww. That's adorable. So, just gonna clean out this brush real quick. Super, super thick. It's really loaded with paint because I've really been pushing this for this color difference. Put some more white on here. And we're going to do some of this storm cloud gray. If I can get these little bottles open, I suppose I could have done this before I started, but you know, here we are. Put these right next to each other. All right, a little more gray in there, a little more variation. That's nice. All right. So we're almost to the strike itself, right? That white strike is going to get painted over this gray. So we're going to fill this in. We're going to bleed this color out. And I don't really want this real clean, right? So we're working on this organic look, right? This natural progression of color, this natural change of light that happens. So we're going to keep this light. Now, before I go to paint my detail, when I'm not layering color, I need to make sure this paint's dry because it will lift off the canvas. So that's going to be our corona for our lightning. That's what it's going to look like. We're going to paint that lightning on top of there in a bright white. And we're going to have one shade lighter that's going to essentially outline the strike itself. And then once that's done, we're going to go through, look at these lines, see how we can lighten them up, see how we can darken them up, and pull them through on the rest of the canvas. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that center to dry, I'm going to come through the rest of the canvas that I didn't finish, and we're going to black all this out, right? So I've added some water to my black paint, and I'm just coming through and putting a second layer here. I can tell you right now, I don't like this line. This is too defined for me. So I'm probably going to come back through and lighten that up. But we're going to let that paint set just for a second and work on this other part of the canvas. So when I go to put these the lettering on here, I want this to just be pitch black. I want there to be nothing but a strike of lightning and the words that we're putting on the canvas. Thank you, maybe. Maybe you've painted before, right? Do you paint with acrylics? A little bit more water. I need this thinned up quite a bit. Pastel chalks. Nice. Nice. So I used to use pastels. And here's what I didn't know. I thought that they were just like chalk, right? And that they just had like more oil in them. But I didn't realize that part of the compound that they use to hold that together, right? The chalks and oils and whatever's in there. Part of that compound has iodine in it. I'm allergic to iodine. I break out all over the place when I use them. It took me forever to figure out why. I thought it just irritated my skin. I just thought it was no problem. I don't know if they all have them, but yeah, I can't use them at all. But I have, my allergies bad enough I go into anaphylactic shock, right? It takes like about 60 seconds. And I have to use an EpiPen or, you know, die. So those are my options. So I do have to be careful. But I legit just thought it was, I thought it was just my skin. So I would love to use them, and I really enjoyed using them when I did, but I can't. Yeah, that's all right. Lots of other things that you can use, right? This whole part is going to be colored by this tree. I do not have to paint this at all. I just want you guys to know I can't look at it not painted. I know it's going to be covered up. I know I don't have to paint it. I don't like these brush strokes. You can, but with pastels or even chalks, any of that kind of stuff, you're breathing in part of that. Like I'd have to wear like a whole kit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some things are not worth the risk. You know what I mean? But they're gorgeous, and I love the shading and the colors that you get. Like, it's amazing. All right, so this line right here that I'm not happy with. How dark is this line? Just go in and lighten that up a little bit. It needs to be a little bit more light. A little lighter than that. up, Outlaw? Hazmat suit. Right? There we go. That's much better.
Hey, chat.
That's much better. Outlaw says, hey, chat. We're going to bring in some black here on this edge and break this up even farther. There we go. Still such a definite line of black. This is going to make me crazy. I don't want this defined. I want this broken up. There. Thank you. Hello, maybe. Yeah, I definitely like that better. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this dark off of this brush because it's too dark for me to lighten up. And you'll see I'm not taking all the paint off my brush, right? Just getting that brush wet. Taking the bulk of that black off of there. And then we're mixing these colors all over again. Just fade that out. There we go. We're going to pull in some of this dark again. And break that up just a little. that's better. That's better. And some more black. And we're just going to keep doing this until we get to a point where this whole canvas has that nice effect. All right. So I want a fairly stiff, fine point brush. You guys see all these brushes? You can't see what I'm digging through, can you? I'm digging through all these brushes right here to find the one that I want for the lightning. Actually, I think I want this one. I want a pretty firm brush. I don't want a wedge. I want a nice flat tip. So I'm going to take this true white and we're going to come through with this lightning for the first time. And I'm just loading up both sides of my brush really lightly. Bottom of it's still wet, but we're okay. Now actually, before I do this detail, I'm going to grab my glasses. Ovi. Oh my goodness, Ovi, hi. Did you come for story time? Did you come for story time, Ovi? Because I owe you a story. Hey, Lemons. What was the story? What were you talking about? What was the story I'm supposed to tell? We were talking about something. I said, remind me on Wednesday when I do story time to tell you the story about that, and now I don't remember what it was. Arachnophobia. I was supposed to tell you the story about arachnophobia. Yes. Yes. All right. Give me 1 second. What are you talking about? She's heard this story. It's not even that deep. We're just starting our lightning on this storm pick. On this storm painting. So give me 1 second to get to this stopping point, and then we'll have story time, okay? So I'd like to be on a straight edge when I stop, so that when this dries, I don't have a clip of paint in the middle of this little tiny detail of lighting. He's grabbing food? Okay, excellent. Well, everybody else can hear the story time too. It doesn't just have to be Obi. I mean, so we were in Obi's channel, and he was talking about being afraid of spiders. And he talked about the movie Arachnophobia. And that's what started this whole thing. Your little cupcake wraps. Aw. They looked so big. I was like, why do they look so huge? Well, look at you. Obi's so special. Maybe you can trim the bottoms of them, Lemon. Okay. Obi's just fancy. All right, I'm going to grab a cup of water to put this white brush in. I don't want it to mix with any of our other dark colors. And if I put this brush in a dirty cup that has color in it, it'll pick it up. So as you're rinsing out your brushes or resting your brushes in water, always put them in the lightest color water possible. See how dark this water is? It'll color that brush gray. Okay. Somebody hit exclamation story. It's story time. Or I can pull my wireless keyboard over here. Just story. Do I not have mix it up? What's up? What's happening? How's that feel? You'd think I set you up, but I didn't. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get good one day. Y'all, I promise I'm gonna get good. Yeah. I know, I wrote this shit myself too, so you'd think I'd know it, but here we are. Okay. It's story time. Once upon a time, 30 years ago, Outlaw and I were dating. And the movie Arachnophobia was out. We set a whole bunch of pillows, leaned them up against the foot of the couch. We had blankets all laid out on the floor. We had snacks. We're just going to hang out and watch movies, right? On VHS. So, he's terrified of stories. He's terrified of spiders. He hates them, okay? Yeah, Obi, duh. How do you think I got here? So, he's absolutely terrified of spiders. He rented the movie Arachnophobia. Puts it in. We're watching it, and he's slowly freaking out, okay? Now, at this time, we lived in the desert on the west coast where there are wolf spiders. Big, furry wolf spiders. And desert spiders are highly aggressive. You don't chase them, they chase you, okay? Like, it gets serious. So, we're laying there with the blankets. It's the part of the movie where all of the spiders are crawling up the wall in like this little entryway, and they're just like surrounding everything, right? At which point, I see a wolf spider slowly crawling like this. I completely freak. Okay? Completely freaked. So I grab the blanket and throw it onto Outlaw along with the wolf spider. He loses it. We can't find the spider. Okay. Both of us are completely freaking out. I'm standing on a chair and he's screaming at me, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Turn the movie off. Turn the movie off. I look at the TV and there's just spiders everywhere in this movie. And we can't find the wolf spider that's in the house. So we turned off the movie. And guess who never saw past that point in the movie? Me and Outlaw. We've never watched it. We don't watch trailers of it. We don't watch any of it. None of it. Outlaw, how long into the movie is that? What were we, like 10 minutes in? Like, it was really soon. Like, we've hardly seen any of that movie. That's as far as we ever got. Far as we ever will. He's all right, Lady Brittany. He's all right. It's not gonna. Yes, so that's my arachnophobia story. Mine and Outlaw's. Ugh. No. No. We did not. Why would you even tell me that was in there? Did I not just tell you we never saw this? We don't even watch trailers. Did this not connect in your head that perhaps I don't want to know? If I wanted to know, I would have watched it. Thanks, Opie. Because I need that. It's good to process. Okay? It's good to process. Maybe you should work on that. I'm sure it's amazing. It's just, it's not for me after that experience. It's one thing, okay, if you're just watching it and it's kind of scary, that's cool, right? It's fun to be scared. I like scary movies. It's another thing when you're watching it and it becomes life. Like, it becomes real, right? See? Look at that. That's not okay. That's not okay. It was just too much that it became real. Way, way too much that became real. Yeah. It was funny, though. We've laughed about it a lot. Laughed about it a lot through the years. A double cheeseburger. I ate a son of a baconator from Wendy's today because Lady Brittany brought us an early dinner. And it was freaking good. It was so good. Obi, how much KFC do you eat? Right? Lemons, I feel like he's always asking you to get him KFC. By the way, Lemons, you're not a mod in this channel, are you? So I guess, like, you don't have to do anything anybody tells you right now. I know, right? He ate it though. He did not. Did you get food poisoning from the Chinese? From that, what was that? Lo mein or whatever? Did you really? Lemons. Lemon's like, I'm going to show you. You don't like Subway? Eat this. Oh, oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Having food poisoning sucks. It's not like you made it for him, Lemons. You didn't know. How could you know? Oh yeah, I think you guys did say they got lost or something. Hadn't you ordered from there though? You'd ordered from there before. Was it even from the same place? Did you just have some random guy show up with weird Chinese food and you ate it? It's not even from the same restaurant. Oh, she's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yeah, food poisoning. Seriously, that's no joke. That'll mess you up. What do you think about our lightning, guys? Oh, you didn't poison him. You just ordered it from somebody. Somebody else poisoned him. Lemons. I'm innocent, I swear. Free food. Lemons is buying your food. She's not buying your food for you. You guys. Did she really? Oh. You go, Lemons. I love it. Poor thing. Oh, it didn't kill him. He just didn't like it. There's a difference. What do we think about our lightning strike here? You think that's bright enough? I mean, it's obviously lightning, right? I think we're going to blend this corner a little bit. I'm not crazy about it. Painting goes like this. Lightning is coming across this way. A very large tree will go right here. And then there will be words all the way along the bottom of the painting. Lightning is not striking down, it's striking across. Yeah, there'll be blues in it. there'll be blues in it. This is going to get lightened up. We haven't done this whole part yet. So this part's all blacks and blue grays right now, right? This tree is going to be pretty much a black silhouette with a little line of gray and blue lighting it up, like the lightning is lighting up this side of the tree. And then through here, we're going to blend in some purples and blues under the lightning as if it's lighting up these words. But the top of the sky I want it to be very dark. So we're not going to have a whole bunch of color in this. We're just going to blend in just some hints of color. And then this wording that goes along the bottom will all be in white block letters. So just a couple little hints of color, but not a whole lot of color. We want to keep it very, very dark, very clean cut. This is going to go into an office. So I need these words to really pop, right? I need them to be very, very defined. And I don't want to mix in a whole lot of color, and I need to do my black first. I don't want to mix in a whole lot of color and take away from just that strike. You know the guys who come out and help when trees are down after storms and that kind of stuff, the tree cutting services? That's the kind of office this is going into. So I didn't want to distract from the job that they actually do, right? Oh, the words? Yeah, I think I can tell you guys the words. MP is MP Tarkovin. He asked me earlier if you guys knew the words. And I told him I hadn't told you yet, but I don't remember if he said I can tell you all or not. I think I can. It's not a private commission. I was okay to do it on stream, so I don't know why he would not like that, but it's a possibility always. I like to ask permission first on commissions, just in case. Okay. Let me look at it to make sure I can get it right. Let me pull it up. All right, so it's going to say, the wind blew, shit flew, out came the tree crew. That's what it's going to say. Only I'm going to put an asterisk where the I and shit goes to make it business professional for his office. A little more professional for his office. So that's what I'm talking about. Just a hint of color, right? Just a reflection of color. No color on the top. Just hints of it here on the bottom. That's what we're looking for. We're going to keep this pretty dark. So just like when you look, you see a lightning strike, you may see a little bit of color where the sunset's at, right? But the sky is black, the sky is stormy, right? Just keep going. Just, yeah. Yeah, so I don't want to lose that stormy sky. But I do want to see hints of where the sun may be, right? Just hints of light. So I wanted to keep this color that I put in here real gray tone with just hints of that blue and purple in there. And then we're going to bleed this back into black. And then that white lettering is going to go over the top. I don't know how long I'm going to go. If he wants me to read him a story, I can do that. Just let me know if he wants a story. We'll pause this and I'll read him a bedtime story. Cass Austin! Okay. You did? Is it good news, I hope? So, take a look at this brush. You see those blues, blacks, and purples, right? I've got all of those colors loaded on there. Oh, that's fun, Cass. So I'm using this to mix in this purple and blue, right? So we're going to break up this blue. I'm going to go over the top of that. We're going to come into the purple. And we're going to get this nice mix, this inconsistent breakup of color. That's how we're going through and blending these out. So I'll get a little bit of blue in my purple, a little bit of purple in my blue, and we'll blend that down, right? And then we're going to cut this curve. I'm just going to bring this down straight and even this out a little bit. I'm going to be real inconsistent with my paint here. Aww. 60 seconds. Oh, her first word was dirty. How are you doing, Dorothy? That's funny. That's funny. That's too sweet, Brittany. All right. I'm going to hold this up here so you guys can see. Oh. So you see this color through here? You see how inconsistent that is? Right? But it's so dark on dark that you can just barely see those strokes. Right? See our nice layered clouds? That layered cloud effect that we got by putting all of those different layers of paint one on top of each other. And then that nice strike. Everyone's first word was mommy. Of course. Why would it be anything else? I mean, come on. Matthew's first word, my grandson, it was not Mr. I had really hoped it would be, though. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate that. I really hoped it would have been Daddy, because I was praying to God with the twins that they call out his name instead of mine, but they wouldn't do it. Tasha was almost 2. Wow. Wow. No, that was their second word. And then everything else to come out of their mouth, all 3 of mine, was completely food related. Hey! Art's following. Thanks for that, man. We just hit 240, guys. That's awesome. 60 more to go, and I'm hitting 300. Aw. You guys just bonded really early, Obi. That's awesome. That's awesome. How you doing, Art? Good to see you here. So, let's give it some distance. Look like lightning? If you're away from it on the wall a little bit. Looks like lightning reaching out for a tree, right? Is that Matthew asking what was his? His first word was mommy, but Mama was pretty quick, and he hasn't stopped saying Mama since. Right, Cass. Not at 1. It was mommy. Yep, and then it was very quickly Mama, and he's been Mama's. My grandson is Mama's boy. Right? He's my favorite, and I'm his favorite. He's 8 now. And we have a new one on the way with another one of my daughters that we're really thinking a lot about. Okay, so at this point, all of this has to dry before I can do this border, before I can start work on this tree or anything else. So, Nan, aww. A lot of extra blue here or here? Right, Lemons? That's my Matthew. Yep, that's my grandson. He wants to be with Mama. Wants to do what Mama does. Did you guys... Oh... Matthew took both of his paintings to his mom and dad's house, so I was going to show you Matthew's paintings, but hey, Hunt with the Host. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know that I want to put any more definition on that lightning. I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I kind of dig it like that. We'll see once we get this tree on there. Did I put him up in the Discord? I'm trying to keep track of everything, all right? I'm trying. All right. So we're going to let this dry for a second. I'm going to go grab myself a Gatorade. I need a drink. And I'm going to be right back. So can you guys hang tight here with me for just a minute? A Gatorade. I need a Gatorade. Or a Powerade. It's like flavored water with electrolytes. It's probably a lot like that powdered crap that Obi's drinking, only it doesn't have caffeine in it. No, it's not fizzy. It's flat. I'll show you the water. Yeah, that's not carbonated at all. But I'm going to walk outside real quick. I'm going to take a quick break. Hey, buddy, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. And I'm going to be right back. Like, give me 5, right? I forgot the name of it, Darth. That's the closest I could get. I'm so sorry. This stuff that Obi drinks. Sneak. Whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know stuff, okay? I guess that was rude, though, Darth. You're right. But, you know, oh well, I already said it, so what am I going to do about it? Because, you know, it is what it is. Came right out my mouth without even any hesitation. All right, y'all, I'm coming back. By the way, everybody, I think you all know my mods, but if you haven't met my mods, they are Skellington Bones, Queen Caspi, and Wreck by Brownie, otherwise known as the Mean Girls of ESO. And you'll notice on Wednesdays we wear pink. Look at that. Look at that. I wore my Mean Girl shirt just for them today. It's actually a Mean Girl shirt. It says Mean Girls on the bottom of it and everything. This is a Gatorade. Panties. I don't know what you're talking about, Obi. See that? That's a Gatorade. I said I wore my Mean Girl shirt on Wednesdays. We wear pink. It's Wednesday. It's my Mean Girl shirt. Yeah, because we're the Mean Girls on ESO. Right? They rock. Hit the internet. Bought this years ago when the movie came out. Yes. I'll tell you what, Skelly and Cass and Brownie are amazing women. Absolutely great examples of what women aspire to be. And I could not be happier that they agreed or got roped into being my mods, because they're amazing. They're not the only ones either. They're not the only ones. I could not be more grateful for my community, all of you. And I know that you all belong to other communities, and I know that you have your own communities, and I've mushed you all together, and I freaking love that you're here, because it's amazing. It's amazing to have you all. I love it. So I'm going to start to rough sketch this tree, right? Everybody does. Just agree with me. Look at you. It's true. Oh, wow. Hunt. This is a commission for MP. So we're going to paint this for MP's office. That's where this is going to go. The MP's beard. Hey, Randy. Came to see the lightning? So we've got our lightning strike there. We've got some nice shading this cloud. We're just starting to flesh out this tree. And we're going to black out this tree. And then we're going to start putting some real dark browns in it. So there is blue and purple in here. I wanted to keep it real dark. So we're just going to have this single lightning strike. We're going to have this nice dark tree lit up a little bit by this lightning. And then through here, you can see those purples and blues coming off that lightning strike. And then all the way along the bottom here is going to be a white block lettering that says, "The wind blew, shit flew, out came the tree crew." And then we're going to have just a hint of purple and blue, some grays that light up the underside of these branches. But it's going to be real subtle. This painting is going to stay dark because we want that lettering and that single lightning strike to stand out. This is going to hang the wall in his office. So when you come into the office and see it from a distance, the idea here is that you're going to just see that white saying and that lightning strike above it and the hint of everything else that's going on, right? Because everything else is essentially just background. I mean, this whole painting essentially is just background. And it's pretty much just a study and layer, because we're just going to layer this and layer this and layer this, right? Hey, Dan. How are you doing? Squirrels. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. This painting's been fun for me so far. Be breathing coffee for a while. get some of this stuff out of the way. Move this over here so we can scoot this canvas over here a little bit more. First 15 minutes that we were streaming today was all about Beta refusing to let me start this painting, so that was fun. Just me and my cat being a nuisance. Yeah? Does it look like a storm? Feels like a storm. Wind is whipping outside right now. I mean, whipping. So I think we're going to pull in a little bit of burnt sienna and some nutmeg brown. But just like the rest of the paint, we're going to seriously darken this stuff up. Yeah, it's crazy. The wind is like insane. What did I just miss, y'all? Was that it? What did I just miss? Squirrel. Is that good? Is that what you want? Squirrel. Actually, I think I'm going to use this brush. We're going to pull in some of this black. And muddy that up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Squirrel massage, really, y'all? Give me 1 second, chat. My neighbor has bird feeders all over the back of his yard, and he gets squirrels. And so for Christmas last year, I bought him Slinkies. You guys all know what Slinkies are? It's like a metal thing that goes down the stairs. Yeah, I bought him old school metal Slinkies. It's like a spring toy thing that kids use. I'm pretty sure you've seen them in New York, huh? But thanks for the troll. So you zip tie it to the bottom of the bird feeder, right? Wherever you want them to not be, right? And then they just hang there. And so a squirrel climbs up the little pole and goes to climb onto the slinky and it falls and they can't get any further. Well, I told him you put it on like this with the pole for the birdhouse in the center of it, right? That's how you do it. Yeah, so it's a trick. And then the squirrels can't get to your bird feeders and they don't eat all your bird food. He was like, okay, I get it. So he zip tied the slinky to the outside and didn't put it over the pole, right? So he did it to the outside. And I thought he was going to die. Like, he couldn't even hardly tell me the story, okay? So a squirrel grabbed onto it, but it could swing around, right? And so this thing's like 3 foot out from the bird feeder, running along the ground, holding on to this slinky, and just knotted it and twisted it all over the bird feeder and caught his little balls in the bottom of the slinky where the metal gets hooked together and was trapped. And this was the most entertainment my elderly neighbor has had in years. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He thought it was the funniest damn thing. He's like, that's the best Christmas present I've ever got. I was like, God, this is awful. He was overjoyed. I hate them squirrels. It's hilarious. So if you guys think I save all my stupid ideas for Mixer, you're wrong. I actually spread them throughout my neighborhood. Oh. It was pretty funny though. I appreciated it. You think so? I don't know if it was ever a thing, but it was pretty funny while he was telling me the story, I gotta say. Starting to look like a tree, y'all? What you think? You guys starting to be able to see it? No, Bob Ross wouldn't approve of this tree. You don't think so? Well, I approve of Bob Ross. I'm pretty sure Bob Ross. Right? Wasn't he a drill sergeant or something? Probably sure he's heard much worse than me. So I'm just going through here, breaking some of this up with another layer of black. Right? Just real light. Don't want any of this to be too overt. But we're going to follow these same basic lines. The hosts, Fanny and Bucky. Right? And Panda. You know what? I think I may just leave it just this abstract. Let's take a look at this tree where you guys can actually see some of this. I like this kind of dark, spooky light may just be hitting some of that bark, right? Just some of the points. Everything else is fan dark. I kind of like that effect. Groot. Yeah, I like that effect. So my debate now, because originally, well, that's a plus, Dan. I hope so. Originally, my thought is that it's a beta tree. I was going to light all this up, right? So I was going to extend some of this shading, fill this in a little bit, and light this up around this tree. And the more I look at it, the more I think I kind of want to leave that dark. As a matter of fact, I may want to darken some of this up. Shade this in a little bit more dark here. Bring in some of those purples maybe. Hey! Heron's following, thank you. Hey Dark, how are you? And a host. Heron's doing all the things. Toe's here with a host too. How are you, Toe? How nice. Everybody's popping in today. Love it. I love seeing all y'all. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. We're just working on this storm for MP. We're doing a commission today. We're going to start to blend in some of these purples and blues a little bit. And start to break up some of these hard lines for these shadows. You hate PvP on there? Shout outs for Ovi. Thank you, Brownie. Shout outs for Toe. Oh, Dark Broker headphones. That's no good. Sound should be working. Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. Oh, thank you, Brownie. Obi's gonna fast travel to you. Yeah, Obi stalked me on his ESO the other day. Him and Alien. I was in a delve. Hiding. Thank you very much. Yes, Outlaw. Yes.
How's the painting coming?
It's going good.
Can you stretch?
I can. Give me just 1 minute.
Huh?
Give me 1 minute. I've got about 3 more brush strokes that have to be done before I can get up.
Okay.
Because this needs to dry.
And Pete made fun of me for having a collared shirt on. Oh my.
There we go. Oh my, what?
That's pretty.
You like it?
Yeah.
You think you'll like it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy with it so far. This is where all of the...
The words.
Yeah, that's
Nerd
where all that's
blade.
going to go.
We're
It's,
going to have words on there, and it's going to be a litany of words.
it's not going to say Durham Blue.
Litany of words. Is what
All right, mods, keep everybody entertained. That's right, Brownie. I'm going to be back in about 5. Okay? Yes, this is a commission for the Real MP26. So you requested lightning with a tree and a saying across the bottom. And that saying is going to be, the wind blew, shit flew, and out came the tree crew. That's what it's going to say across the bottom. But those will be in big white block letters. So it'll kind of balance out all of that dark with that lightning above it. But I wanted the lightning to kind of strike to where it was coming down into the letters as well as towards the tree. So you get the effect that everything's connected. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Had to listen to all the Tarkov news. Don't scare them. Yeah, dark. It's going to go into his office. As soon as this dries enough, then we'll start really working on this lighting and get this done. But we got to wait for that paint to dry. I don't want to drag over it. Oh, he's a little wood elf. Nice, thank you. More interesting pieces, not about me. Right, Dan? They're just like really cool things that you do that are not about me, right, Dan? Okay, good. I'm so suspicious now. Crazy has me paranoid. You're right, Brownie. I'm not re-saying it. Nice try, though. I'm not doing it. I'm learning. Yeah, this is still really wet. I know, right? Y'all taught me trial by fire, though. Let me tell you. Just God bless Mixer for not having clips out until I learned something. I would have been in trouble from day one, right? Yeah, did you guys apply? There's everyone in my Discord. Mr. V-Dog put it up. Tells you how to do it. It's super simple. They made it really, really simple for people, which is super cool. I think I'm going to bring in a tiny bit of this storm gray for clips, mixer clips. Go into general chat in my Discord. There's a @everyone there, and above it is Mr. V-Dog's post about him. And it'll tell you what you need to do. Super easy, just took me a second today to apply for clips through Mixer. Okay, Lady Brittany. Matthew, I got to finish this painting, or at least this part of this painting today, and then I will be there, okay? Well, we didn't have clips then, Hunt, so you missed it. You missed your chance. I think we're going to come in here and outline this lightning. have to fish. Well, yes, you can clip out of any VOD, just like Alien and Brownie did. I don't know if you guys have seen the lovely button on Alien's channel of me just laughing my ass off, but there it is. It's really fabulous. I got zero problems with it because every time you hit it, Alien laughs, and that's an awesome thing. Right? He laughs every time. I don't think it's ever going to stop being funny to him, so it's great. It's probably really loud while this moves around on my desk, isn't it? Sorry. Thanks, Dan. I'm assuming this is a quest that I don't know about because I can't play it yet. So I am tempted. I am tempted to outline this lightning in black and to come in here and define it with these markers. But I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring in some of this metallic silver. should be about the right color. That's a flat and not metallic, so I want some better definition on these lines. And some more consistent coloration, I think. Okay. Love you, Lady Brittany. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I realize you guys probably can't see this detail right now. I'm bringing in a metallic silver right underneath this lightning. And then I'm going to come in with this white acrylic marker. And we're going to brighten this lightning up right above this metallic silver line. Well, the nice thing about doing it this way is that when the light in the office hits it, this lightning will actually shine in the light. And you'll get the same line, the same effect from this metallic that you see in the painting in the white. Orange glasses, you like those? Sexy, right? They're just reading glasses. I don't even have a prescription. But it helps with the light shining off stuff like this for me to be able to see the detail. Hey, Kirby's hosting. What's up, Kirby? It's going good. It's going good. We are on our first day of working on this storm painting for a commission for MP. We're getting all the basics done today. And I am just going through where I've painted with a brush. And straighten this out, highlighting it a little bit, defining some of these points. Cleaning up some of these edges that I want to be just a little brighter. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to go through here and clean up some of the shading. Just darken up some spots, lighten up some spots. But I want these points nice and clean here. And I want them defined, so. Just coming through and adding a little definition here. And then we're going to add some more metallics to this. Thanks. Yeah, we'll tighten this. I'm not super happy with the shading right down in here. Really pleased with the stacking of the storm clouds. I think that's good. I don't want to change any of that. But I did want to define this just a bit more before I added these metallics in. I didn't want to lose this white. I want that bright. I want you to be able to see it. But I do want this shine here. To come through. on top and bottom of that white. Like I said, the whole point with these metallics is not so much to shade or add any more color or anything. It's to give a shine effect so that when this is hanging in his office, this lightning will look like it's shining on the painting. Right? I want that shine from those fluorescent lights to hit it and for you to be able to see that lightning itself. Beta was all over it. Thank you, Cass. Beta was all over this at the beginning. He spent, I don't know, 10 minutes refusing to leave. I had to eventually push him off the desk just so I could start painting. So he's probably sulking somewhere right now because he got pushed off my desk, and that makes him madder than anything. We played and played and played, yes, but you know. All right, maybe we'll see you. Thanks so much for hanging out. But you know, eventually he's got to go. So the debate now in my head is, do I continue with this metallic on top of that lightning strike, or do I just leave it on the bottom? I think I'm just going to leave that on the bottom. But we're definitely going to clean up this shading right here. I'm not happy with it. More work. No, I don't want to overdo it. Definitely. I can always add more later if I feel like it needs it. A lot harder to take it away than it is to add it. I don't want to end up with something so layered that we don't like that either, right? Digital painting again soon? Yeah? Were you using like the brush strokes and stuff? Maybe I don't know what that is. So we need to break up this point right here, the same way we just broke up that last one. I think we need more dark in there, and then we'll paint light over it. I think it's that one little line right there that's bothering me. Yeah, I like that better. Use pins and an airbrush. So digital painting, you would use more of like the paintbrush? Or does it, so does it change how you, it changes how your strokes look, right? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's interesting. I never thought about that with digital artists. I mean, I know we have a ton of digital artists on Mixer of varying talent. And some of them are just starting out, like they're brand new, just doing it. But it never occurred to me that as you work in that digital medium, I could see how you would get like attached to a certain tool, right? I could see how that would happen. I love the look of paint strokes. I like the brushed look I always have. I like that it looks like a human made it, right? A person put their hand to it. I like it in digital art too, but the thing with digital art that I enjoy in particular is that smooth finish, that perfect, like there's a real perfection to it. Where your squares are perfect, your circles are perfect, you know what I mean? And it's, I mean, I see like digital artists, instead of trying to like, for instance with this, make a perfect tree, they're actively trying to make an imperfect tree because their medium would make it perfect, right? So it's like that's a really cool thing for me to watch. Because of course I don't do that. I don't have the skills to do that. Because a lot of artists that work in my mediums, of course, are always fighting for that perfection, right? They want that perfection. They want that, some of them anyway, photorealism or this perfect abstract. And they tend to think that it's really easily attained digitally. And the reality is that it isn't easily attained anywhere. It takes a whole different skill set to be a digital artist. Or a graphic artist. It takes all kinds of different stuff. But your thought processes, you're forced to look at your art in a different way, and I find it really, really cool. But it's no more or less art. It's no more or less made by a human's hands. I mean, at the end of it, it's the same, right? It's the same heart that made it. It's the same artist's eye who developed all of those tiny details. It's just really cool for me to watch. Yeah, I like things to be a little more gritty, I like things to be a little more messy, obviously. But that has everything to do with how I view. I mean, that's my artist's eye of my life, right? I know, I can't wait for you to get it, Kath. But that's my view. I don't think that there's any part of what we experience in life that is perfect, right? None of it's perfect. All of it's just a little bit messy. And I like that. So because I like that, because that's part of my heart, right? That's what I end up expressing. Whether I mean to or not, that's just what comes out. I love that we're imperfect and messy and, I mean, humanity's a train wreck. Why not embrace it? We're just messy people, all of us. So much going on, so much complexity. And it's cool for me to get to demonstrate that. Right? Right? Those perfect flaws. Those perfect imperfections. Yeah, so my art tends to all be incredibly imperfect. All of it. And I say, when people have asked me for commissions and stuff, if you're looking for photorealistic art, I can't do it. You're not going to find that here. I can give you a piece that means something. I can give you a piece that has a story attached to it. I can give you something that looks like I made it, right? But I can't give you photorealism. It's never going to happen. Now, mind you, I can sit and sketch it out. I can paint within that sketch like I'm coloring in a coloring book. I can attempt it. It does take me a while. It's a very, very slow process. But I don't enjoy it. At all. It's just not my thing. And I'm amazed by people who can do it. Like, I mean, there's some amazing artists who do that kind of stuff that's just outstanding. You know, just not going to be me. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy the perfect imperfections. I enjoy the brush strokes. I like the texture. I like the layers. Yeah. Or just stop where you're happy, right? I like this bit. Stop here. I like this bit. Stop here. It's easy to just keep going, though. It's easy to overdo stuff. It's easy to pick at it. Oh, but you're killing me. I can't wait to play Greenmore. I can't wait. You know what? I'm kind of digging it. Let's see what it looks like on the wall, guys. Look at that. It's so much smaller than my big painting back there. So those words across the bottom when you come in. I think will really highlight it. Yeah? You want to see some of these details? Got some purple and blue casts there that these words are going to go over. Right? And then we've got this lovely tree right here, which I'm very pleased with. I like the texture on the tree. I like it casting over the shadows. I like how it moves on the sky. Its branch is reaching out here and the lightning's reaching right for it. Gonna need a tree guy. Cass has a bounty too. Yeah, and then we're gonna do that lettering across the bottom. So thanks, Brownie. This is not dry enough. It's not anywhere near dry enough for me to do that, but we can design it. So I'm going to scooch over here. You guys are going to come with me, and while this sits here and dries, I don't want to leave my brushes in the water though. While this sits here and dries, we're going to go over here and design this lettering. We'll get those cleaned out here in a little bit. All right. So we're going to open up the Cricut. Which isn't wanting to open. So it'd be great if the Cricut opened today. Cricut, do something. All right, there we go. All right. So our text the wind blew. Shit flew. Out came the tree crew. All right. Make this a little smaller so it's workable. Let's look at fonts. The Say? I don't know that I like that one. I do want it pretty thick. I want it pretty bold. I want it pretty blocky. And I think I want it pretty straight up and down. I want it narrow. No, too wide. Yeah, this is what MP wants to say across the bottom of his painting. It'll be in white. So this will go right underneath that lightning bolt and right up against that tree. Which probably helps you guys to understand why I designed it the way I did. Because it'll balance it out a little bit. Had I brought the lightning straight down, the lightning would look like it was striking the words rather than reaching for the tree. And I wanted that lightning that you watch in the sky that just cracks across it. Looks like it has intentions. Actually, I don't really like that one either. That's debatable. Hang on just 1 minute, you guys. My phone is ringing. All right. Sorry. Sorry. I kind of like that. I kind of like that font. Hand drawn. Let's see. This is probably just dead boring for y'all, isn't it? That's better. That's better. I like it in the block. Right? Spent forever looking at fonts. So we've got 18 inches. I don't want to go bigger than that. Take it to 18. That put me in 1.5 inches. This is me and my tape measure are real good friends. So if I ran that at 1.5 inches, 1 inch up, and 1/2 inch past that shading of the lightning, which would be pretty much perfect. MP's in Tarkov, isn't he? Let's go get his attention real quick. I'm gonna have him take a peek. You guys are going to have to listen to MP for a second.
I've been looking at it. I
Yeah.
like it.
You don't like
I
it?
was telling Al earlier,
What?
if you don't want to put words on there,
What?
it's a pretty cool picture. But I like the
Sitting,
font.
waiting in the menu.
Hell yeah. Oh, you look like you're really concentrating on stuff. You got a clue.
No,
It's okay if you got a clue.
All right, Chad, I'm asking if he still wants them in there on white.
I don't know why you're yelling at me. I sat in there until we got kicked the fuck out, so.
You hear my husband talking?
No, it tells you have bowel movement. That's good. That's a good thing. You got to be embarrassed if you got a clue.
Oh, she's got the tech.
I like it.
That does look good. The wind blew shit flew out of the tree crew.
Okay, so one more question for MP.
Vinyl. It'll do for vinyl. Wait till you see the painting, dude.
That's mine.
They're all just going to sit here and talk about it now.
I love it. That's slow around here.
All right.
I never liked any of the designs that are on the slope, like the designs they have.
All right, we're going to go with it. I think he likes it.
What question? I don't know where it is. I don't know why you came here with that word.
Are you okay with the punctuation?
Oh, it's not pronunciation. See, the
Oh, my
punctuation
goodness.
was the word.
You're killing me.
That was pronunciation. I was like, I don't know. I think I don't know how you pronunciate words. Read them. It looks like the right word. Yeah, I like having the star in there. I like the idea of having the star in there.
I put the I in there on accident. I got to take that out. All right. So I think he's good. All right, so I think we're going to go with this. So let's get some stuff cleared off this workspace a little bit. I'm going to move this painting and we're going to start cutting this vinyl out on the Cricut. I'm going to cut it out in matte white. I don't want it to be shiny on top of this painting. I don't want it to stand out too much. Yeah. They asked me in MP's chat while I was making sure that this punctuation was correct and that that's what he wants. They asked me why the asterisk was in there. Geeky asked. And I said, because MP asked for it. And then I looked at it and there was an I there. And I was like, well, can't put it both there. It's one or the other, right? Yeah, let me know if that stuff's in there. Chances are I'll catch it before I put it on the painting in vinyl, but you never know, right? Stuff slips through. So yeah, I appreciate any kind of spell check I can get. All right, let me get these paints picked up here and out of the way because I don't want to get paint on this vinyl. And I definitely don't want this water sitting out. I'm going to move some stuff around. We're going to move this painting back here. Do you know I put all that stuff in the Etsy store? All that cosplay stuff? And for whatever reason, this little guy got left out. I don't know why. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Right. Spell check it. Spell check your stuff. Opie, you got a tattoo that says "Be Stong"? What's the one that's famous that you see all the time? Ragrets? No ragrets? I don't even know how to say it. No rugrats. That's probably somebody's real tattoo. Right there. That's probably a real thing. Somebody who doesn't want kids. It's probably a thing. All right. So, Cricut likes to cut things on a 12-inch mat. See this mat right here? But I have a 24-inch mat. So we're going to switch this over to the side. We're going to put this on a 24-inch mat. Let me scoot you back over here so you can see what I'm doing, since I'm doing stuff and you can't see it. So this is going to show me exactly how this lays, exactly where this is going to cut, right? Public opinion instead of public opinion. Pubic. I can't even read it wrong. Yeah, I would laugh at that too. Lady Brittany, I got to get this done. I hope Matthew understands. A wonky line in it. So like the logo's fine, but they messed up one line. I have a tattoo on the back of my neck that I had reworked years ago. I wanted it brightened up and I wanted the lines to be more defined. And the dude that did this worked on this little tattoo on my neck for an hour and a half. Okay? When I walked out of the shop, you could see nothing but blood on the back of my neck. And 3 days later, I rolled over on my back while I was sleeping, and I had a perfect outline of the ink from this tattoo on my pillowcase. He put so much ink in me that 3 days later it was bleeding out. And it's all blurry and messed up now. It makes me crazy every time I look at it. I'm glad it's on the back of my neck. Well, white tends to fade faster than anything, so hopefully that'll fade with time, maybe. Let's see how much we have left in this roll. I might have enough. It's going to be close. Oh, yeah, that would make me crazy. Yeah, I think I have enough on this roll. Excellent. Our text is 18 inches long. And I've got 19 and some change on this. So that's good. We're gonna come back over here again. I'm just gonna switch you all back and forth until you get, gonna hit continue, which you can't see. Cricut's gonna ask me what I want to cut it out of. We're cutting vinyl today. It's gonna make sure I have the correct blade in there because I have 8 different ones to choose from. And then we're gonna come back over here. I'm gonna hit this button that's blinking, but I didn't load this up, so I gotta hit it again. And I gotta move the Cricut before I do this because this will just hit the monitors that I have here. Let me try and move this around a little bit. It feeds in the front and then goes out the back. Yeah, that would make me crazy, Dan. Legit, I would not be okay with that. November Falls is hosting me. Thank you. "18-foot, nice flex." I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you don't know the difference between inches and feet, Obi. Oh, because, right, because it's all detail because it's so small. 18-foot tattoo. It's just a snake that wraps around you over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, this tattoo on the back of my neck is a symbol of a shapeshifter. It's Celtic knotwork. And it was really, really defined when I first got it, but it's been there for a very, very long time. And then I've got 2 dragons over here and another one on my ankle. Yeah, it's not what it used to be. It's all greens and blues, and then it's got that giant black outline, but it's just a lot of detail. I got it because I wear a lot of hats, so to speak, in my life. Lots of titles. Lots of perceptions as to who I am. And I've never been one that put a lot of weight in titles. Right? I am who I am. So. Yeah, I'm more than all those single titles that people have given me through the years. Oh, that's cool, Dan. That's very cool. Are you for sure that it says courage? Dan was right there with me. You sure that doesn't say Kung Pao chicken? Or something? I just saw the one where a guy has Kung Pao chicken written on his thigh. That's why I said that. I just saw it. It was on, I don't know, Twitter or something. It was particularly funny because people were making fun of him because that's what it actually says. And he meant to get that. He meant it to say that. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of great Army decision tattoos. Are you struggling, Skelly? I am obviously not going to get to play today. Because I'm still here. And it's almost 8 p.m. my time. Sky Shard! Oh. Wow, that's a good day. That's a good day. It's survivable. I mean, it sucks in the moment, but it's survivable. One of my daughters went through physical and developmental therapy 5 days a week for the first 3 years of her life. And if you think a high school kid in, sports has a schedule, deal with that. Right? Lots of us have those kinds of issues that we have to deal with our kids. It is what it is. And you go through it because you just love the hell out of them, and it's okay. Sucks in the moment, but it's okay. Well, he's not responsible for it, so yeah. Why wouldn't he? He's like, wow, look at that. That's too funny. My oldest, when she was first born, my mother-in-law insisted that children had to be on a bottle. She'd never been on a bottle. And I was exhausted. So I said, fine, get her a bottle. Get her a bottle. We'll see how this goes. So they gave her a bottle, about 6 ounces of formula in it. And within seconds of her finishing it, and my in-laws being very happy with themselves because they were right, she projectile vomited about 5 feet across the hotel room. I mean, it looked like The Exorcist. It was freaking glorious. But it was everywhere. Like, I don't know how she did it. She was so tiny. And it was everywhere. Like, it was insane. But very impressive nonetheless. Well, I made you. I can tell stories about you. It's my prerogative. I lived through that. I mean, that's the benefit of making people, is you just get to flip them shit for the rest of their lives. I mean, it's not like I'm showing pictures. Right? Exactly, Dad. Yeah. Yes, Obi. It's awful. Iron is the worst. And if they chew it up, it gets all in their teeth and they look like they're possessed. Yes, Doritos are... Okay. Lady Brittany, can you please let my grandson know that I am right here? I'm right here. I know he wants me to go watch you stream. And I do every time. But right now, tonight, I have to get this little bit done, okay? So I'm just asking Matthew to understand that I just need a little bit of time. So if he's going to go to bed in 15 minutes, I am happy to pause this stream and read him a bedtime story. I can do that, okay? Wow, Dan, that's quite the trip. That's quite the trip. All right. I know you guys can't see that because it's white on white, just to see an eye doctor. Oh, wow. That's what the lettering's going to look like. Right? And once this painting is dry, which it's going to have to sit overnight so that it's really dry, I'm going to clear coat it because vinyl doesn't like to stick to acrylic. Clear coat it, and then we'll put this acrylic down, and then we'll clear coat it again. So let me pull that over here now that it's a little dry. Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty happy with the details of this. So check this lightning. Let's see if I can. Do you see that metallic underneath the white? It's probably not going to shine in this light on the camera. When the light hits it, it's just silver, right? Yes?
Stretch. You want to stretch?
No.
I'll come up and see the painting.
I'm really pleased with the details of it. I love the tree.
Oh, wow.
I like the silver. That metallic shines in the light really nicely, so it'll look good on his wall.
That looks good.
I like the movement.
It's amazing.
And then that's how big those letters are going to be across the bottom, and that's where they're going to be placed. So it's going to look about like that big, guys. Yeah, I like the detail. I'm pleased. I like the brush strokes. I like the rough of the tree. I like that it looks like it's in shadow. All in all, I think I'm pretty pleased with it. So that's going to dry overnight. I hope he likes it. I really do. He seems pretty happy with it so far, so we'll see. And I can't put that on until after I clear coat it, which won't be until tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not on my channel, guys. I'm on Creative Ets. So, you can catch me there. What we're going to do on Creative Ets tomorrow is we're going to wood burn some cutting boards. I want to know why this isn't working. There it is. It does work. It didn't work the other day. I don't know why. I haven't changed anything. So you can check me out there. So Creative Ets, just like it says, it's a not-for-profit organization. Previous to COVID, they did all of their classes face-to-face, songwriting, pottery, all kinds of different arts. Then COVID happened, and without being ready, without being prepared, any of their staff or anything else, they started streaming immediately so that veterans would not be left alone while trapped alone during a pandemic. Absolutely amazing organization, and I am honored every week that they let me continue to stream for them. It's the coolest thing ever. So I will be there tomorrow, and then this weekend we will be finishing MP's painting. So if you do want to commission a painting, it's pretty easy. You can go to my Discord. You can send me a message through the Etsy store. There's 100 different ways you can reach me. Grab me by Whisper and Mixer. However you want to do it, I'm going to answer you. I don't have a set way to do it. You can email me at mrsoef5@gmail.com. However you want to do it. But I love doing the commissions. I like doing works for people that I care for. That's really, really cool to me. By the way, the grandson picked out this lovely gold keyboard that I can't type on. Hi, Dark. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I appreciate the embers, definitely. So, yeah, we're going to wood burn some cutting boards. I've got 2 different sizes of cutting boards, and we're going to put some different designs on those tomorrow for Creative Ets. This weekend, we'll finish up MPs. I think I'm going to try for Friday night for at least the clear coat, and then maybe pick it up on Saturday and just complete it. But I'm not sure what time. I am absolutely going to play ESO this weekend. I'm going to make time for me to play a game this weekend. I'm going to do it. So let's sneak back over here and we're going to find somebody to host. Let's see. Who do we want to host? Should we host MP since it was his commission? I mean, that makes sense, right? We can do that. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love the conversations. Seriously, thank you for being here. You can if you want, Obi. I can't control what you say. Oh, it's always fun, Brownie. It's always fun. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go host MP.